What the was that? Oh, move. What was that?
This is one of the most unsettling encounters in abandoned buildings. While exploring, a man came across something eerie.
Exploring an abandoned location here, and you're not gonna believe what I just found.
In one room, a rusted casket contained a lifeless body. To ensure he wasn't imagining it, he bravely touched the man.
I shouldn't say anything just yet, look. I'm just kidding. It's not real. Working on a location, but this actually had me fooled for a second. It looks so hyper realistic. I figured you guys would like this, but yeah.
Thankfully, it was fake. But who put it there, and for what purpose? On the night of September 24th, 2017, the air was warm and still. A perfect evening for an adventure. That night, 3 friends, Lewis, James, and Tom, from the YouTube channel Lewis Clark, set out to explore an abandoned mental asylum. The building had been left to decay for over 30 years, its crumbling walls and dark corridors earning a reputation as a refuge for squatters and the homeless. But none of that discouraged the trio. They were determined to uncover whatever secrets lay hidden within its eerie halls.
Today, I'm here with James, and I'm here with Tom. And today, we are standing outside an abandoned mental asylum. It is currently 6:30 in the evening, and we're going to try and wait till it gets a bit more dark, and we're going to explore this place.
As they neared the crumbling building, an unsettling feeling settled over them. The asylum's decayed hallways stretched before them, lined with peeling floors and shattered ceilings, its silence almost whispering a warning with every step. But to the boys, it was just another adventure, another exploration. What they didn't realize was how quickly their night would spiral into terror.
This place has actually been stripped. Like, there's nothing here, which is so frustrating, because all we want to do is explore the part of the building with stuff in, so we can show you it, that's what exploring is all about. What was that? What the f was that? Yo, if anyone's here, we're gonna leave.
A sudden, thunderous bang echoed through the empty halls. Something had been thrown. The boys tried to shake it off, convincing themselves it was just the wind. But a creeping sense of unease settled over them, a nagging feeling that they weren't as alone as they had assumed. As they stepped into another dark, crumbling hallway, their worst fear became reality.
Is that a lie? I don't know. What's that?
What was that?
Yo, we're not here to disturb anyone.
No.
We're not here to disturb anyone. Go and see who it is, bro. Run! Don't push me in the bush, bro. Wait, he's got a knife. He's got a knife.
A figure suddenly appeared, charging toward them with a knife in hand. Fear surged through them, and without hesitation, they sprinted, running as fast as they could to escape. They didn't stop until they were outside, gasping for breath, but thankfully unharmed. It became clear that the man was likely defending his territory, a squatter or homeless person who wanted no intruders in his space. Shaken and rattled, the boys wasted no time fleeing the asylum, vowing never to set foot there again. Nothing could have prepared them for what unfolded on October 10th, 2016. That night, the trio set out to investigate an abandoned school in Cannon Hill, Kidderminster, just a short distance from their hometown. From the outside, the school appeared like any other abandoned building they had explored, slightly unsettling, but nothing too out of the ordinary. Inside one of the rooms, balloons hung from strings, eerily floating in the air. At first, it didn't seem too unsettling, until Rommel pointed out something strange. These rolled out into the empty hallway, perhaps hoping for a response, but the silence that followed was almost deafening, making the moment even more unsettling. Despite their growing discomfort, the boys pushed forward, determined to investigate the balloon. Suddenly appeared, seemingly asserting its presence. It first made eerie noises downstairs, and when they tried to regroup in a room, sitting in silence to collect themselves, the clown abruptly peeked through the doorway. That was the final straw. Panic took over, and they sprinted out of the abandoned school, fleeing for their lives. Jumping into their car, they sped away, shaken but grateful to have escaped.
Yo, we are going home, and we are never going back there. Don't go there.
They swore never to return, the experience leaving them deeply unsettled. As they drove home, their minds raced with possibilities. Maybe it was just someone trying to pull a prank, especially with Halloween approaching. But if that were the case, the boys were simply relieved they had gotten out unharmed. Some viewers later speculated that the encounter had been staged. This chilling footage was captured by CJ Faison, a well-known YouTuber recognized for his channel, where he fearlessly delves into the paranormal. With over 12 years of experience exploring haunted houses, abandoned locations, and eerie forests, CJ's curiosity for the unknown has earned him a dedicated following. However, this particular night would prove to be one of his most unsettling experiences yet. On the frigid evening of January 2nd, 2024, CJ set out for his haunted farm, a property he purchased a year earlier specifically for paranormal investigations. For those unfamiliar, this farm has a notorious reputation for eerie activity. CJ frequently uses it as his personal exploration site and even rents it out to thrill seekers willing to face the unknown. With its dark history and frequent reports of ghostly encounters, it's the last place most people would want to be alone after dark. But for CJ, this was exactly the kind of challenge he lived for.
All right, everybody, I'm going to get the van. We have the fire pit. I'm going to stay somewhat warm. It is freezing out here right now. And anyway, I'll be right back.
CJ pulls up to the farm, surrounded by an impenetrable darkness. He gathers his gear from the van and sets up camp for the night, eventually cooking a simple meal over the fire. For a short while, there's an eerie sense of calm, the warmth of the flames, the quiet of the winter night. But in a place like this, peace is always short-lived.
What the?
Ow! Ah! Damn it!
What the was that? I'm almost done.
A sharp, unexpected noise shatters the silence, cutting through the stillness of the farm. Jolted, CJ quickly scans the darkness with his flashlight, searching for the source. Seeing nothing unusual, he dismisses it as the wind toppling something over. But despite his efforts to stay focused, a growing sense of unease settles in, one he can't quite shake.
Like turning itself off every time that I turn. What the is going on? That was definitely the tarp moving, which I guess it could have been just settling in, whatever, but that's the noise that we just heard. Because I'm sure... yeah. All right. Weird nonetheless. Anyway, so it is time to go inside. I don't know what's wrong with this camera, so I'm leaving it here. But it's time to go inside.
As the eerie sounds creep closer, CJ makes the call to head inside the house, determined to document any paranormal activity. Stepping through the creaking doorway, he moves cautiously, his camera rolling. But barely 2 minutes into his investigation, something beyond explanation occurs.
You could bring something in just as like simple as a book. Oh! 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 What the in a bell? You look like a bulldog with your nose all messed up. Look at you, got a flat nose now. What's wrong with you? How the does that go from there to there? Again, that.
Suddenly, Annabelle, a doll well known on his channel, is flung across the room as if tossed by an invisible force. Startled and uneasy, CJ carefully retrieves it, deciding to use his spirit talker device in an attempt to communicate with whatever might be responsible. But despite his efforts, the device stays eerily quiet, heightening his sense of unease. Just as he begins to hope the night will settle down, something even more horrifying occurs.
It's just a tapping. What the was that? It was a piano, I'm pretty sure. Sorry for cussing. What is your issue? What the hell is your issue?
A thunderous bang erupts through the house, sending a jolt of fear through CJ. The atmosphere becomes too intense to ignore. Realizing he's reached his limit, he decides to end his investigation, unwilling to provoke whatever powerful presence lurks within. A group of YouTubers set out to explore an abandoned building with the intention of helping a homeless man they had met before. However, their good intentions quickly spiraled into a dangerous and unforeseen situation.
Are we there? Bro! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
As the group scoured the building, they split up. One person stayed behind to film, while another ventured deeper into the premises. Out of nowhere, a shocking discovery broke the eerie silence, leaving them all on edge.
Man, I just want to make peace. I just want to make peace. I gotta get him away from Moshi. I'm downstairs.
The homeless man, who'd been staying up on the upper floors, suddenly confronted the group in an aggressive way. Even though they tried to offer help and calm him down, he wasn't having it, pulling out a machete and telling them to get out of his space.
I literally want to give you money and food.
No, I don't want no money. Why would they come there? No.
Why do you have a machete? Are you gonna hit me with a machete?
No, come down.
Realizing how dangerous the situation had become, the group had no choice but to cut their mission short and leave the building. Deep on the abandoned island, our brave urban explorers encountered one unsettling discovery after another. As they ventured further into the forgotten buildings, their adventure took a spine-chilling turn.
Area, their lunch. Do you know what's weird? Oh, dude, besides the kitchen knife, think about their old headphone sets. I think we just found like a scanner that...
As the team moved ahead, they stopped in their tracks at a haunting sight. In the middle of a large double staircase, hidden in the shadows, was a single wheelchair. It seemed deliberately placed, as if someone, or something, was meant to come back and sit in it.
Definitely the hospital. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, you're right though, but what is going on here now? Double staircase.
The wheelchair's position in such an unexpected place only left them with more questions than answers. What had placed it there? And, even more unsettling, why? But the true source of their unease was still to come. As they made their way through what seemed to be a forgotten maintenance area, a constant noise suddenly shattered the eerie stillness.
The alarm is just going off constantly still. Yeah.
An alarm, still working despite years of neglect, echoed through the empty halls. Its sharp sound filled the silence, though whatever it once warned about had been forgotten. Was it a leftover cry from the island's past, or a warning for those who dared to set foot there? In a quiet, remote French village, an abandoned house conceals a haunting secret, untouched since 2002.
Oh, let's go check it out. What? Wait, so it starts here then? I thought that was...
The door went over in there in 2 seconds.
So, dude, what is going on?
The story starts with a woman who lived by herself until the early 2000s. As her mental health declined, her family sent her to a mental hospital, from which she never returned. The house was left untouched, holding a chilling reflection of her last days.
You think he locked himself or someone in here?
No, locked himself.
One of the most unsettling finds is a set of deadbolts fixed to the floor, used by the woman to lock herself in as her mental health deteriorates.
There's no locks on the outside, but there's deadbolts on the inside. So what was he hiding from?
You think he could have went mad and...
The walls, etched with her writings, provide a haunting glimpse into her fragmented perception of reality, a captivating yet sorrowful link to her experiences. This eerie footage was captured by Adam, a YouTuber known for his channel Adam Mark Explores. Adam regularly explores some of the world's most haunted spots, pushing the limits of urban exploration into the unknown. But this time, he's about to face something truly paranormal. It's June 8th, 2024, and Adam is exploring an abandoned house by himself, unaware of the chilling experience that awaits him as he navigates through the silent, echoing hallways and ascends to the upper floors. That's when something catches his attention.
Hello?
The handle of a nearby door begins to turn, as though someone or something on the other side is attempting to open it. Adam calls out, but only silence answers. Steeling himself, he takes a deep breath and cautiously steps into the room.
There's no one in it.
Inside, the room is empty, no sign of anyone. An icy chill permeates the air, and the oppressive silence feels suffocating. Feeling uneasy, Adam decides he's had enough and begins to leave, sensing an invisible presence lingering as he exits the house. After posting the footage to YouTube, viewers quickly reacted, theorizing that he may have come across a strong, unseen force, but the true nature of what lies in that abandoned house remains unknown. Fortunately, Adam made it out unharmed. Dan, the well-known YouTuber behind Exploring with Fighters, is no stranger to eerie abandoned buildings and haunted forests, always capturing every chilling moment on camera. But on June 25th, 2021, he sets out on an adventure unlike any before. This time, he's not just exploring, he's spending the entire night inside an abandoned building. Luckily, he won't be facing the darkness alone. His close friends, Andrew and James, are joining him on this unsettling journey. As night falls, the trio embarks on their exploration, driving an hour and a half to their destination, completely unaware of the terrifying ordeal that awaits them.
Oh, this place looks creepy as well. It doesn't look that bad from the outside.
So you got the old furnaces here.
Wow. So let me guess, there's a spooky story where they used to burn bodies in here.
As they arrive, an unsettling feeling washes over them. The building stands ominously before them, a place that once operated as a bustling factory before being repurposed into a morgue where bodies were cremated. Adding to the eerie atmosphere, a chilling local legend lingers, a story of a worker who tragically drowned on the property, his restless spirit rumored to still haunt the grounds.
I'm not joking. Every time, after a while, you'll hear a splash, a big splash in here with no ripples, as if the worker and fell in here.
What, in there?
You'll hear like the residual sound of him falling back down in there.
They navigate through the deteriorating factory, its walls marred with deep scratches and age-old wear.
It's these bits that are the scary bit for me.
Yeah, if anything happens and we have to run out, make sure we take our time. I don't want to be running off the edge or something like that.
Everywhere though, it's not like it's like one or two, you remember that everywhere.
I know.
Like these catwalks there.
No, there's only one way out, unfortunately.
That's a good thing.
Tell a lie, there's two ways out.
They eventually find a spot to set up camp, pitching their tent and lighting a fire as the night deepens around them.
Was that you?
No. What?
Splash.
What the hell?
There's a splash.
Is there any ripples in the water? No.
No ripples in the water. You sure that wasn't you?
Yeah, that's the third time this happened to me here in this
Oh, hang on. The water is moving.
Is it?
So is this... This is...
I wonder if there's concrete falling off underneath it.
Possibly, when we're walking
Well,
on
one
it.
theory I heard was that there's gas bubbles that got disturbed and make a...
Well, it's not like the fire just... Right, I'm going to need a hand bringing this upstairs.
A sudden splash echoes from the water downstairs. Could it be the lingering spirit of the drowned worker? Uneasy but determined, they press on, searching for any further signs of activity. When nothing else happens, they decide to return to camp, preparing a warm dinner in an attempt to shake off the unsettling atmosphere.
Quite peaceful.
For a brief moment, the factory seems calm, almost too calm.
I don't know, it's like a voice. You heard a voice? Yeah. Like, down that way. But that's the same place before I heard something bang. Just let me turn the light on. No, there's nobody down there. Maybe just the wind. But it definitely sounded like a voice. What did it sound like it said? It sounded like it said anything. It sounded like it moaned. Okay.
Andrew hears something, a voice drifting from the hallway. Could someone else be in the building? They sit in silence, straining to listen, but the sound fades away. Convinced it was nothing, they decided to call it a night.
There you go.
Right then.
Right. Good night, guys.
Good luck.
Good night. I'm going to enjoy this right now. Night, Andrew.
Night. Oh, I thought they were asleep, but they're not. Right. Night, everybody. Night.
No seriousness, I could hear a noise.
Yeah.
It's to the left of my tent.
What is that, my direction?
Facing you, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I keep hearing the noise.
Are you guys recording?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
You recorded?
They have not switched off yet. I'm eating Jaffa cake donuts.
I swear to God. I want one of these Jaffa cakes.
Right, I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna turn my light off and that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Otherwise, I'm never gonna get to sleep.
Right.
Even though both Dan and Andrew heard the voice, they tried to dismiss their unease, hoping to get some rest, but sleep would be the last thing they'd find that night. Just as Dan is on the verge of falling asleep, a sudden light cuts through the darkness. Someone is shining a flashlight directly at his tent. Fortunately, he's still awake and notices the movement immediately. The camera captures faint but distinct whispers. A sense of unease settles over Dan, and he decides to investigate.
Yo, you guys awake?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
What was that? No, what was that?
I don't know. I don't know if Did you hear that? Yeah.
What was that?
Down that way. I don't know. It just sounded weird. Everything we've heard.
It was someone walking. It sounded like someone walking up here.
It's so cold.
It was definitely someone walking. I told you. Now explain that. Unless it's a rat. It sounds like someone on the back of your tent. There's nothing behind me, is there?
No. It's behind me. Everything to do should look.
Yeah. I want to make sure no one's in here. I can't not physically sleep if someone's in here. I've just got to sleep as well.
There's no doubt now, someone is out there. Suddenly, something is hurled in their direction. Fear grips them, but instead of running, the trio steels themselves and sets out to uncover who or what is playing with them.
You don't hear that bang then?
Out here is freezing.
Do you not hear that bang?
Yeah.
It sounded like a car door.
Yeah.
Just in the distance. Could you heard the temperature change, the pressure change? What was it? Is that?
Come on, slow it down. There's something down there.
Right, hold on. Let's see.
Can I mind why is my tent? Where's my light? Where the hell is my light? Okay, don't panic.
You're the one panicking, Andrew.
Yeah.
What was that? It sounded like something dropped.
It's only down that corridor though. There's definitely some noise down there. Outside, make sure everybody's outside.
Yeah, it goes outside. That's the only problem. What the was that? Oh, you move. What was that? Are you for real? Right. Shining lights in there. This is what. It could be a mouse, it could be a rat.
A deafening bang echoes from the hallway beside them, but when they get there, the space is completely empty.
There's nothing that could make that noise in here unless it was falling off down the railings.
There is a level inside of there.
Really?
Yeah, but the only way through it is the ladder outside. I don't think it's safe. I tried once.
But I can't sleep in here.
We need to check the tents.
I can't sleep in. If shit like this happened, Andrew, that bang could have come from in there.
What's in there?
It's another big room, look.
Oh, it could be anything.
I can't believe we're doing this. I can't believe we've got tents set up here.
A flashlight flickers in the distance, and now the noises are growing louder.
Especially these.
What was that?
What the hell? It's all down there. It's down there.
Bro, what was that? Where did that come from? That wasn't here before because we cleared the floor.
Is that falling? Is it not falling from up there, look?
No, because it'd probably...
There's just noises everywhere, man.
I don't know if I'm going to go to sleep. I think I'm just going to sit in the tent and just with my door open partly.
I can't stop shaking.
I'm probably good. If I do fall asleep, I'm just going to leave my door open partly so I can jump out if I need to.
Sometimes the most unsettling part of an exploration isn't the ghosts, but the possibility of someone lurking just out of sight. Dan and his friends made it through the night unscathed, but the question remains, who or what was playing with them in that abandoned factory? They may never get an answer, but one thing is certain, some mysteries are best left unsolved. This chilling footage was recorded by Nolan, an urban explorer best known for his YouTube channel, Lord Explores. For nearly 7 years, he has drawn in audiences with his daring explorations of eerie, abandoned buildings. Fear is rarely something he experiences until now. On January 19th, 2024, Nolan and fellow explorer Obsolete set out to investigate an abandoned hotel, rumored to be a refuge for squatters and the homeless. Eager to uncover its secrets, they stepped inside, completely oblivious to the danger that lay ahead.
Find it. Oh yeah, here it is. It smells like cigarettes and there's a bunch of clothes. Check this stuff out. Almost looks like a school bag. And then there's the DVD player. Oh, there's a spoon. Is that a... Oh my gosh.
Dude, read this.
What does it say?
Paul, I'll be back if you can please try and stay at OTB as much as possible because I have the eggs, and I don't want anyone going through my stuff. If you come out the tent zipper, it's shut. I'll be back.
What?
What the heck?
So whoever was living here was with someone else, and looks like they left some messages.
While exploring, they came across several rooms filled with scattered belongings, a DVD player, a debit card, and a disturbing handwritten diary. It became clear that someone had been living there. Then, out of nowhere, footsteps echoed from above. They froze, uncertain of who or what might be lurking upstairs.
Diary of whoever lived here.
That is so strange.
That's kind of creepy. You see this?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm...
Yo. Let's go.
Where are we going? There's a staircase to the left.
Let's see where they go. I don't know. Did they hear us?
I can hear them.
I hear them.
They were in the room above that one.
They hurried into a nearby room to hide. That's when they spotted something truly unsettling.
Blood. That smells horrible.
Dude, look at the spider webs.
A fresh smear of blood. They remained silent, straining to hear any approaching footsteps. After 10 tense minutes, they carefully pressed forward, only to uncover even more unsettling sights. A note taped to a door warned, "Please don't come here. If you do, be ready." Their instincts told them to leave, but curiosity got the better of them. They cautiously aimed their flashlight inside, a deep unease settling over them. Something felt off. Then, in the distance, they noticed it, a dim light glowing from another room.
The light on. Let's go, let's go. Did you see that sign though?
Yeah.
It says don't come in here. If you do, just be ready. That's pretty scary. There was definitely someone in there. We just heard them like 10 minutes ago. Is there on the ground? I'll unlock it before I go out. You want to go out first?
Is that it?
I think that's it. I mean, I'm not about to find out who's up there. There's definitely someone, at least one person. And they had a light, like a lantern that was on.
As they inched closer, their flashlights revealed a shadowy figure sitting silently in the room. A wave of terror washed over them. Without hesitation, they turned and bolted down the stairs, their hearts pounding. As they escaped into the night, one chilling thought lingered. Was that the person who had left the eerie warning on the door?
Bro, that was not there. That is a light that was not there. You want to get out of here? Definitely was not there. Here, give me your bag. The door's locked, so you're good. Careful.
Oh, you didn't get wet.
Here. That was f***ing weird. Look at the little lamp.
That was not here either.
What the?
Who was redecorating when we were inside?
Dude.
I feel like we weren't even here that long.
There's a lamp upstairs. There's a lamp out here. There's a light that is on.
There's a light on right there.
Look. Now, those were not here when we came in. The footsteps going out. Look at them all.
Smell that cigarette?
Look, there's two of them.
Smell that cigarette?
Yeah. There's two.
Luckily, Nolan and Obsolete managed to escape unharmed, but the terror of that night stayed with them. It was an experience they would never forget. James, a popular YouTuber from the farm, is known for venturing into the eerie unknown, whether it's haunted forests or decaying abandoned buildings. While he usually explores with friends, this time he decided to go alone, a choice he would come to regret. What sets James apart is that he's legally blind, relying on his camcorder screen to guide him through some of the creepiest places imaginable. It's dangerous, but James never backs down, so he headed out on a 2-hour drive to Richmond, Virginia, drawn to an abandoned building he had discovered.
Family, hope you guys are having a great day. Guys, we're getting ready to go into a very scary building. The other day, as soon as I got here, I actually got dropped off at this same exact location, and I thought that place was what I was looking for. Very cool, but was not the haunted place I was expecting. Now, right over here, that's where we're supposed to go.
As he steps inside, a sense of nervousness creeps in, but his curiosity ultimately pushes him forward.
This is so scary.
The walls are peeling, the floors decaying, a danger for anyone, especially someone with impaired vision. And from the moment he steps in, things start to go wrong.
Gotta watch my stepping around here. If you guys notice, I film a lot on the ground. That's because, oh God. And that's why I film on the ground, guys. Damn it. I think I twisted my right knee. Oh God. Okay, my shoes are wet, guys. That didn't take too long. Oh, that really hurt. I did not see that's water down there, guys. I'm glad I didn't go fully force down there. I would have been swimming. Damn.
He almost steps into a murky puddle that could have swallowed him up if he'd shifted his weight wrong. The stagnant water poses a real danger. One misstep could be fatal, but James continues forward.
Oh crap, guys. Maybe this is where they're at.
As he ventures further, James stumbles upon unsettling signs that someone might still be living there. Scattered belongings, suggesting a recent presence. He brushes it off, unaware that this is the moment he should have turned back. But instead, he presses on, continuing his exploration. And then it happens.
We're gonna keep going here. And I seen people earlier on the roof. So we're gonna see how to get on the roof. And I'm definitely keeping an eye out on the ground, guys. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's the stairs. Hell yeah. Oh, what's back here? Dude, this place is freaky. Gotta watch my step back here for sure.
Hey, what is it?
Oh! What the? Yo, bro, come on. Yo, I'm good, dude. You alright? I'm just making a video, dude. Bro, you need anything? You okay? Alright, I got you, man. Alright, man. Alright, bro. Alright. I'm just making a video, bro. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be in your place. Give me a freaking heart attack. I wish you could feel my heart right now. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew something like that was gonna happen here. Where the hell am I up here? I don't want to go back down that way.
Out of nowhere, a man appears charging toward James, shouting in fury as he lays claim to the building. Panicked, James bolts upstairs, hoping to escape the danger below. But his troubles are far from over.
Oh, hell no. What the hell, guys? That scared the living crap out of me because I had no idea there was anybody there. I gotta breathe. Oh my God, my heart is beating so fast. Look at this crap. Oh my God.
The floors are deteriorating, with large holes scattered throughout. One wrong step could prove deadly.
That about gave me a heart attack, fam. I might have to go back down that way. Can I step on this? I don't know, that's wood. I don't know if I want to walk on this, guys. Crap, I need to find a different way out of here. I don't know if that guy's... I mean, what would possess that guy to charge me like that? Like, how does he know I don't have a weapon or something? Oh God, that came out of nowhere.
Trapped with no escape except the staircase he came up, James realizes how dire his situation is. In a panic, he starts an Instagram livestream, hoping someone will see if something goes wrong. Heart racing, he gathers the courage to head back down, preparing to confront whatever waits for him.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm out of here, guys. This is stupid. I think I'm gonna go live on Instagram right now, because if I go back down that way, I want to make sure, like, if something happens to me, you guys know like what's happening, in case I need you guys to call any help. So, are we live? Are we live? Dude, I don't know if that's the same guy or not. I gotta get out of here, guys. I don't know if he's down there. Yo, if you're down here, I'm friendly. Hey! Oh, hey, bro! Come on, man! I told you, I'm just filming, bro! Hey! Stay back there, dude. Yo, hey, don't worry about what you're saying, dude. Just keep yourself back there. Alright, okay. Okay. Alright, we out of here.
As James carefully makes his way down, he spots the man, who lunges toward him once more. James runs, struggling to see where he's stepping, but somehow manages to escape, reaching safety just out of the man's grasp.
Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh my God, that was crazy, guys.
Shaken and visibly unsettled, James exits the building, swearing never to return. This terrifying experience would haunt him, serving as a grim reminder of the dangers lurking in places that are best left alone. Colton and Casey, the duo behind Mineshaft TV, are known for their thrilling adventures into the paranormal, exploring haunted and abandoned locations. Tonight, they're heading to one of the most infamous spots for supernatural activity in the UAE's Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia. Opened in 1829, the prison was revolutionary for its time, introducing solitary confinement as a form of rehabilitation. But this isolation drove many inmates mad, and even today, eerie tales persist about shadowy figures, eerie whispers, and the unsettling feeling that something watches from the darkness. Since its closure in 1971, Eastern State has attracted countless paranormal investigators, all leaving with disturbing stories of disembodied voices and strange noises echoing through the forsaken cells. What Colton and Casey are about to experience, however, is far from your typical ghost story. On October 29th, 2024, just days before Halloween, the two set out to explore the prison's haunted halls. The atmosphere is unnervingly calm as they begin their investigation in the abandoned chapel, trying to communicate with an Ouija board. When nothing happens, they decide to split up, hoping to cover more ground. That's when things start to take a sinister turn for Colton as he explores the north cell block.
there's any spirits of inmates here with me right now. These are all the main cell blocks on the north side. Can you make a noise? Give me some form of communication? Hello?
The sound of metal rumbling startles him, prompting him to rush upstairs to locate the source, his footsteps reverberating through the quiet.
Hearing a lot of noises coming from around here, guys. Which one of y'all is making it in these cells? I heard that some of you like to open and close these. Oh, dude. Hello?
Colton shouts, "Hello?" but receives no response, only the growing feeling that he's not alone. Could it be a spirit, as the rumors suggest, or is someone else in the cell blocking him?
Oh. Be careful. Far ass drop.
Hello?
Footsteps.
As Colton walks deeper into the unsettling hallway, the sound of footsteps echoes around him. Believing he's not alone, he takes out his spirit box, hoping to communicate.
Foot aggression.
Foot aggression. What? There's literally is all over.
Hello?
He calls out, but only an unsettling silence responds. Undaunted, he presses on.
The f was that? If you're with me, can you make a noise?
Who's down there? Who's here with me?
What the is this? Trip.
As the noises grow louder, Colton reaches his breaking point. Determined to return to the safety of Casey, he starts heading back, only to encounter something truly terrifying.
What the f? Nah. Dude. Sounds like it's following me. Yeah. Later. Casey!
Calling out to Casey, Colton reunites with him and shares his unexplainable experience. It couldn't have been a person, the prison was secured, and they were the only ones allowed inside. It had to be something else. Maybe the legends about this place were true. They continue exploring for the rest of the night, encountering more eerie sounds and strange phenomena, but nothing as terrifying as what Colton experienced in the North Cells. Whether it was a spirit from Eastern State's dark past or something more sinister, Colton's encounter was real, leaving them questioning what energy remains trapped within those stone walls. In this YouTube video from Tubes Hunting the Unknown, two friends venture into a haunted, abandoned school. As is often said on the channel, it's not the ghosts you need to worry about, it's the people hiding in the shadows. From the instant they enter, a chilling stillness envelops the place.
Guessing the stairs fell for you. So hold on to the side when you're coming off. It's a classroom. Just gonna make sure that we're alone.
The silence is unsettling until it's shattered by a noise. A faint rustling comes from somewhere deeper within the school.
Did you die here? Rustling around. Not your coat. I heard. We need to make sure that we're alone. Rest in peace, Sam. Just don't let the door slam, man. It's a really heavy door.
They stop, exchanging uneasy glances. Was it just the building creaking, or was someone or something lurking in the shadows? Resolute to find out, they move forward. The further they go, the more unsettling the atmosphere grows. The countless rooms and hallways provide the perfect hiding spots for anyone or anything that might be lurking inside. Then, a sudden loud bang reverberates through the school, followed by the unmistakable sound of a door slamming shut.
We don't know what to do. It's a spooky one. Hello? Yeah, man. There's like a door on it. I think so. I heard a door, like you know, when it just about to close. It's like.
Their breaths grow shallow, quickening with anxiety. The footsteps that follow confirm their worst fear. Something else is inside them.
Not spooked out, but what the I'm crazy for?
Panic sets in as they rush downstairs, their footsteps echoing through the empty halls. More noises follow, more movement. It's becoming clear this isn't paranormal. Someone else is in the building.
Are you in here? Where are you? That was above us. The creak of floorboard.
They reach the front door, hurriedly trying to unlatch it, eager to flee. But when they attempt to open it, it's stuck. It's blocked. Trapped inside with an unseen presence, the gravity of their situation becomes clear. The question isn't whether they're alone anymore, but whether they'll be able to escape.
For me, I just didn't feel safe in there. Like,
Luckily, they managed to escape unharmed. The Explorer Returns is a YouTube channel dedicated to exploring abandoned places, from empty hospitals to deserted houses, and also conducting paranormal investigations. On September 24th, 2022, the Explorer ventured into an abandoned pub and decided to camp there overnight. But exploring such a place alone could be risky. After all, there's a chance that dangerous people might be using it as a hideout. The building looked ancient, adding to the danger. The roof was visible, and it felt like it could collapse at any moment.
So, yeah, I'm in this pub. I don't know how long for. All the glasses on the bar are black from the fire that was in here.
After a while, he started hearing noises, including a loud bang, like someone or something was entering the pub. Curious, he decided to investigate, but as he stomped on the stairs, it quickly became clear that making his presence known like that wasn't the best move.
Hello? Where was that banging coming from?
The noises continued, growing more frequent, but then something even more disturbing occurred. It turns out the eerie music that had him so on edge was coming from a group of partygoers outside.
There was like a group of people coming in, I just scared them off. I'm shaking. Please. What the was that, man? There was fully like a group of people coming in here. Who's whistling? Someone's whistling. So, I'm very bored. Not a lot's going on. I'm not sleeping or anything. My throat's starting to hurt. Hello?
The noises kept coming, but then something even more unnerving happened. It sounded like someone was pounding on a boarded-up window. After experiencing that kind of activity, he couldn't take it anymore and quickly left the area. Meet Frank, the daring creator behind the popular YouTube channel Franco TV, where he takes on spine-tingling adventures to explore eerie, haunted locations that most would avoid. Renowned for his courage and passion for uncovering supernatural mysteries, Frank delves into some of the creepiest, most infamous sites, investigating the thin boundary between the living and the dead. In this video, Frank tackles a graveyard infamous for its ghostly occurrences. While most would steer clear of the place after dark, Frank eagerly accepts the challenge, determined to capture proof of the paranormal. It's December 2nd, 2023, and as night fully settles in, Frank arrives at the graveyard. The cold air and eerie stillness provide the ideal setting for an unforgettable investigation. With a mix of nervousness and excitement, Frank ventures into the haunted cemetery where whispers of the supernatural seem to follow his every step.
The location right here. I'm right now heading inside. I just don't want to be seen with my camera too much because, oh, not another dog. I'm always getting chased by some sort of dog. Alright. I just want to first make sure there's nobody in here.
To make sure he's alone, Frank surveys his surroundings, scanning for any sign of other visitors. The last thing he needs is an unexpected intrusion. Satisfied that the graveyard is deserted, Frank begins his investigation, equipped with his camera, an EMF reader, and his resolve to communicate with the spirits said to haunt the area. However, he has no idea that this night is about to unfold in ways he never expected.
¿Cómo se llamas? Oh, there it is again. Were you what I just saw over there? I seen something move by. I don't know what it was. It was the corner of my eye. I seen what just looked like a shadow, just kind of like brushing by there really fast. Was that you? The hell was that? Can you tell me if that was you talking? I'm getting spikes.
At this point, Frank isn't sure if the voice he heard was really a spirit or just his mind playing tricks on him. It had sounded so close, but when he looked around, there was no one in sight, no footsteps, no movement, nothing to explain it. It seemed undeniable that he had encountered something from beyond the living world. On edge, but oddly exhilarated by the experience, Frank pushes forward, determined to capture as much as possible. He continues to ask questions into the darkness, waiting for any response. But just when he thinks progress is near, the atmosphere atmosphere shifts and he's suddenly interrupted.
Hola. Hola. Can you get close? I have somebody walking in here. Listen. They're saying something too. If it's just me, they're literally right behind this tomb here. I don't see anyone walking off. I do not know if I want to make it known that I'm here.
The sudden appearance of someone wandering into the graveyard sends a jolt of unease through Frank, especially when the figure disappears behind one of the old weathered tombs. Frank's mind races, trying to make sense of what just happened. For a brief moment, he considers leaving, but his curiosity and drive to uncover the truth overpower his fear. After a tense internal struggle, Frank cautiously moves closer to the tomb where the figure vanished. With each step, his heartbeat seems to pound louder in his ears. He edges around the tombstone, hoping to catch another glimpse of the mysterious person.
This was the tomb that they went right behind of. Hola. ¿Cómo se llamas? What is your name? ¿Cómo se llamas? Try not to walk in any tombs. I literally just seen somebody walk through here. What is that? And they were saying Miguel. Looks like a checkerboard. ¿Tú estás buscando por un Miguel? Are you looking for a Miguel? Hola.
Frank scans the graveyard, calling out multiple times, but the silence remains unbroken. The place feels empty once more, leaving him unsettled. As he ventures deeper, his eyes land on a gravestone bearing the name Miguel, the same name he had heard earlier from the mysterious figure. A shiver runs through him, but instead of giving in to fear, he chooses to dig deeper. Pulling out his EMF reader, he positions it by the grave, ready to connect with any lingering presence.
¿Alguien estás buscando? Someone's looking for you, Miguel. Did you know that? ¿Sabes? I'm getting a spike. I just heard a noise over there. Look at my thing. Hola.
Just as it seems Frank is making contact again, a strange, human-like voice echoes from the other side of the grave, sending a fresh wave of unease through him. The eerie sound feels unnatural, amplifying his discomfort. Though a sense of danger creeps in, his curiosity refuses to let him walk away. Instead, he lingers nearby, watching and waiting. With careful, silent movements, he scans the area, determined to catch another glimpse of the mysterious figure and unravel the truth behind this unsettling encounter.
I've been hiding in the side of the graveyard because I wanted to see whoever I just saw. I know they're still in here because I'm watching the entrance for how you get out of here. However, I was checking the thermal imaging camera and I think I found them. And they're standing right in front of this door. There. And it definitely is somebody right there. I'm gonna see if they move. bit of ways. I'm actually pretty far away from them, so I could run out of here. Hola? ¿Cómo se llamas? ¿Está bien? Are you okay? What's your name?
Although Frank calls out multiple times, the figure remains motionless, frozen in place. A brief sense of relief washes over him, reassuring him that he might be safe for now. However, that comfort quickly fades as the air grows heavier, thick with an eerie tension. Each passing moment only deepens the unsettling atmosphere, and his mind swirls with questions, each more disturbing and unanswerable than the last.
Looks like from my phone, I could barely even notice anything there, but on night vision and thermal, you could see it really clear. Hola. ¿Estás solo? Singing. It's a female singing.
Suddenly, the person starts singing, their voice eerily feminine as it echoes through the empty cemetery. Frank, still troubled by the endless questions racing through his mind, feels an inexplicable urge to step closer. He has yet to make contact with this unsettling figure, and his curiosity outweighs his caution.
That is creepy. That looks like a freaking demon. ¿Cómo se llamas? What's your name? Señora, ¿cómo se llamas? I feel like somebody's gonna approach me from behind. Adiós, me voy. Holy. So I made it a little bit further back. They're still back there. See if I can see them on here. I think that's it. Right over there. I see like a bit of a black shadow there on my phone. I don't know if that is them. Let me zoom out. Holy. I'm a little nervous right now because I look back there, I don't see the person standing there anymore. I'm just a little nervous because now I know that they're aware of me.
Frank decides he's had enough. He turns toward the exit, but as he glances back to see if the figure is still there, she's gone, vanished without a trace. A wave of fear washes over him, yet his curiosity holds him in place. He lingers just outside the cemetery wall, his heart pounding, only to stumble upon a chilling discovery.
Literally standing outside the graveyard right now, and I could still hear singing. Listen. That is so creepy. Hola. ¿Cómo se llamas? Listen. Buenas. That is so creepy. I'm gonna see if I could go inside just to do a quick look. I'm not going too deep. Hola? No, screw that. That is terrifying. Holy crap. I don't know what the deal is with that.
Shaken to his core, Frank abandons his plan to stay the night and sprints out of the area as fast as possible. Yet, even after reaching safety, the encounter stays with him for days. Who was this woman? Why was she alone in the middle of the night in such an eerie graveyard? A mystery that may never be solved. YouTuber Uncharted Travel runs a solo camping channel that typically features the exploration of abandoned buildings and remote deserted locations. On October 29th, 2022, he ventured alone to an abandoned mining settlement deep in the mountains of British Columbia. Initially, his video appeared normal, highlighting the beautiful natural scenery. Upon reaching his destination, it was clear. The place was stunning, yet desolate. Nothing seemed unusual at first. His plan was simple: drive to a remote, forgotten trail, complete a challenging hike to the abandoned mine, and set up camp inside one of the houses.
So you can see now the sun's starting to set behind me here. It's a very beautiful cotton candy color. And a new little toy that I bought for the Alone series that I think will come in handy at least and relieve some of the paranoia while I'm sleeping is I bought these little motion sensors.
Once he set up camp, he decided to relax inside his tent. As night began to fall, he suddenly said he heard a noise.
Something. It's like skidding down the stairs.
The noise appeared to be coming from the basement of the house.
Of course, now that I go to investigate, I don't hear anything. It sounds like maybe an animal. I can't say for certain, though. Do we go into the basement now? I mean, if it's something small like a mouse, I don't mind, but I don't want to... That was a rat. But what was over here? I've had enough noises. I've had enough spooks, scares. Now that I've...
Hello, welcome. Hello, welcome.
His sensor started going off.
It's the third time. The motion sensor outside has gone off. see it's going off because I'm here now. But what was setting it off earlier? Maybe there's... I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna move it inside in case it's like a squirrel or something. But I have it pointed at our two doors here. So it won't be much of a warning anymore, but at least I'll be up if somebody tries to creepily open the door. I think it's like 3:30 in the morning. I haven't gotten much sleep at all. I've been listening to this. I just have podcasts in my ear just to kind of like drone out some of the noise, but it just makes...
Then he heard the door slam. He went to investigate the source of the sound, but found nothing.
Well, except for this one, but this one's not budging. As you can see, it's like stuck there. It'd take a lot to move these ones. But it sounded like it was one of these doors. That's so bizarre, they're all closed. Like...
Eventually, he couldn't handle it any longer and decided to leave. Since 2007, a YouTube channel named Dark Kuraisk, managed by 3 friends from Estonia, has been regularly posting urban exploration videos. Their content primarily showcased abandoned and eerie locations. However, the channel has been dormant for the last 7 years. In August 2016, they uploaded a video chronicling their exploration of an abandoned sauna. At the beginning of the video, everything seemed standard for such a site. Decaying rooms, shattered windows, and overrun greenery, all typical signs of neglect. But as they ventured further into the sauna, they stumbled upon something deeply unsettling.
Sì. Niente.
About 10 minutes into the video, the group found a room with its entrance partly blocked by curtains. Curious, they decided to move the curtain aside and take a look. But as soon as they did, a terrifying scream echoed through the building. To their surprise, it turned out to be a homeless squatter living inside the sauna. Things quickly escalated when the squatter began chasing them through the building. Panicking, they fled as fast as they could, thankfully managing to escape without injury. In this spine-tingling video, we follow Carlo Paranza as he returns to an abandoned house that may or someone chased them out. But today he's back, this time by himself. The house looms in eerie silence, surrounded by overgrown grass and twisted tree branches swaying in the wind. With each step, the floor groans beneath his feet, amplifying the suffocating stillness. Dust settles on the neglect.
Yo, what the hell is this? There's plastic everywhere. Downstairs here, why that's here, the suit's inside, I don't get it. It's already creeped me out.
Meet Jason, the YouTuber behind the Uncharted travel channel, where he explores some of the most eerie and abandoned locations. Normally, he ventures out with friends, but tonight he's going solo for a unique experience he's been looking forward to for a while.
Good luck. Thanks, buddy. I'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
After months of preparation and 7 hours of driving, I had finally arrived at my destination. I was now just a short trek away from the largest abandoned mansion in Canada.
His destination? The infamous Peter Grant Mansion, the largest abandoned home in Canada, located on Lake Timiskaming in Ontario. Spanning 65,000 square feet, the mansion has been left to deteriorate for over a decade. Once a grand estate, it now stands as an unfinished ruin, a place no one would want to spend the night alone. Upon arrival, Jason decides to venture up to the upper floors before setting up his camp for the night. He begins his exploration through the decaying rooms, where shattered glass and crumbling walls greet him at every turn.
Just imagine this place when it had, like, if it had full drywall, ceilings, everything was finished. It's sad to see that most of these windows are either vandalized or smashed.
The building feels unwelcoming, filled with a strong sense of complete neglect.
It almost sounded like someone was knocking from the other side. Now, I know it's probably just my paranoia starting to set in, but I'm getting the constant feeling like there's something like following me. Wait. Hello? I keep hearing what sounds like pigeons coming from over here. But every time I try to locate the source of the noise, it stops.
As he moves deeper into the mansion, strange noises begin to echo through the vast, empty space, and an unsettling sensation settles in. It feels as though he's not alone. Shaking off the unease, Jason focuses on finding a place to set up his tent before the darkness fully takes over. Once his camp is set, he heads out for a nighttime exploration of the mansion's lower levels. The narrow hallways and oppressive silence greet him, but soon, those strange noises from earlier return.
It sounds like there's someone walking upstairs, but I'm not sure. Up to nowhere. I thought I heard something over here. Holy.
Is it merely his imagination, or is there something, or someone, lurking in the shadows? Before long, the truth becomes undeniable.
Sounds like there's something down there. Something shuffling down there. I just hope it's an animal.
As Jason descends the stairs, the unmistakable sound of footsteps echoes through the mansion, followed by a loud bang and the sound of something, or someone, walking away. Hoping it's just an animal, he presses forward with his exploration.
Which way do I go? Oh, it keeps going down. And that's where the noise is coming from. First, let's check out this portion, because I don't think we've seen this portion.
After searching the basement and finding nothing, Jason decides to return to his tent for the night. Exhausted from a full day of exploration, he finally settles in.
Oh my god. This is the nicest part of the night, where I can take off my shoes and try my best to get some sleep. Oh, this is going to be a comfortable night.
Thinking his night has come to an end, Jason has no idea that it's only just starting.
Swear to God, it sounded like people talking. That's why I've decided to record this, just to make sure. It sounded like they were like whispering or something outside my tent. Or maybe like on the stairwell below me. But I didn't hear them moving around at all, which
As whispers swirl around his tent, Jason steps out to investigate, his heart pounding in his chest. Then he hears it. Clear evidence that he's not alone. The sounds reverberate through the mansion, sounding like a group of people exploring, but in the dead of night, it's enough to send shivers down Jason's spine. He pauses, unsure of what to do next. Jake had left earlier and was probably still asleep at the hotel, leaving Jason with no choice but to wait until morning. As the first light of dawn breaks, he hastily packs up and leaves the mansion behind. Thankfully, he escapes unscathed and is relieved to reunite with Jake. Despite the terrifying experience, Jason remains undeterred and continues documenting his urban exploration adventures on his channel, Uncharted Travel, always seeking the next thrill. Meet Lou, a YouTuber you might recognize from his channel Lou Rock, where he's known for his exploration videos. Lou frequently explores eerie, abandoned places and dives into the paranormal. Tonight, he's investigating a sugar mill that's been abandoned for over 20 years, and he's brought his friend James from the fam channel along for the adventure.
Boy, Lou Rock. I'm actually filming a video here at this sugar mill that is across the street from the Hamilton jail. You guys will see that video on my channel. Here with my boy, Gerald the Fam.
Gerald the Fam, what up, Lou Rock?
It's September 5th, 2022, a warm summer evening that feels like the perfect time for an exploration. At least, that's what it seems.
Jail across the street. And man, that is such a spooky picture right there. Yes, I did. Just sounded like there was somebody in there, right? It sounded like something's moving around.
As Lou and James enter the crumbling mill, they navigate through the shadowy hallways, both feeling an unsettling sense that they're not alone.
That's a really old, like, plaid shirt. Whoa. What the hell was that? Yeah. That sounded very strange.
I heard like something fall or something, and then
I heard like moaning.
yeah, it sounded like a moan or like a grunt. Anybody in here? We're friendly.
Strange, unsettling sounds echo through the empty halls, adding to the tension. But these two are experienced explorers, determined to press on. After thoroughly searching the mill, they decide to head to a nearby abandoned church, rumored to be haunted. With their spirit talker device in hand, they make their way toward the foreboding building, unaware of the surprises waiting for them.
Yeah, I hear somebody.
I swear I just seen somebody in there.
You thought you seen somebody in there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I heard somebody and then you said you thought you saw someone. I mean, there could be a homeless person within there.
This is definitely the church.
As they enter, Lou believes he sees someone hiding in the shadows, possibly a man, but when they step inside, it's completely empty. Was it just his mind playing tricks, or was there really someone there? They'll soon find out. Using the spirit box, they try to reach out to any spirits, and then something eerie comes through.
Oh my God! Dude, the spirit box said there's a man here.
The box appears to warn them of a presence, one that doesn't want them there. Moments later, as Lou and James try to leave, this happens.
I messed that one up. Show my boy, the fam, some love. His link will be in the description.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yo.
Bro.
Oh my God. Alright, man. I'm ready to bounce.
Oh, what is that?
Yo. Yo, yo, yo.
Hey, where are you? Where are you?
Yo, let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna go behind you. I
There's
can't
a
see.
tree here.
Go. I'm gonna hold
Let's
your
go.
shoulder. Go. What the hell?
What the hell was that, bro?
Is somebody?
Dude, they're behind us. Go. What the?
A loud gunshot rings out through the night. Without a second thought, Lou and James race from the church, running for their lives. The shot feels like a warning, perhaps from a squatter or someone else trying to claim the abandoned building. Thankfully, it's just one shot and they manage to escape unharmed. Galagi, a well-known YouTuber with over 1.1 million subscribers on his channel Nightscape, is famous for his exhilarating adventures. However, what was meant to be a special exploration soon turned into a terrifying experience he would never forget, and not in a good way.
What is going on, guys? Nightscape here. I am back once again. Okay, so today, this video, unfortunately, is not the video that I wanted to make. This is not the title that I wanted this video to have. This video was supposed to be a fun, exciting video of the Paris catacombs, showing you guys how incredible they were, how amazing they look, and yeah. But unfortunately, we got snaked.
On June 7th, 2017, on a warm and sunny day in London, Galagi and his friend Dibs decided to venture into the Paris catacombs. For those unfamiliar, the catacombs are a vast underground network beneath Paris. Once limestone quarries were repurposed in the 18th century to serve as a burial site due to the city's overcrowded cemeteries. Today, the catacombs are home to the remains of more than 6 million people, with walls lined with skulls and a labyrinth of passages stretching over 200 miles. While only a small designated section is open to the public, Galagi and Dibs were determined to explore the hidden, illegal catacombs, an infamous and perilous maze for anyone daring enough to enter.
What is going on, guys? Nightscape here. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of the situation right now. So currently, me and the boy Dibsdale, we are in my place. At about 3 AM this morning, we decided to book coaches to Paris at 9 AM. So currently, we've both done an all-nighter. We are both extremely tired. We are gonna push through it. We're gonna go to Victoria. We're gonna get on a coach to Paris, and we're gonna try and explore the catacombs and potentially some rooftops. Hopefully it should be good. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's do it.
Galagi and Dibs made their way to Paris, taking in the sights, including a visit to the Eiffel Tower, enjoying a good meal, and getting some rest before their big adventure. The next morning, they met their guide, Tainted, a man they had found on Instagram who claimed to be an expert on the catacombs. With his help, they hoped to film their exploration, but things didn't go as planned. After about 20 minutes of wandering through the dimly lit, cramped tunnels, Tainted suddenly said he needed a break and vanished around a corner. As time passed with no sign of him, it became clear he had left them stranded, taking their camera along with him.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What just happened?
Okay.
What just happened?
Essentially what happened was, we came with a guy called Tainted, who we met on Instagram, and we got to this room, we got pretty deep, we came in, we've been walking for a good 20 minutes, and then we went to go get some pictures. He stayed here with my camera and our bags. After about a few minutes, he said he was going to pee. We said, okay, cool. And then we came back. He hasn't returned. It's been about 20 minutes now. My camera's gone, and he's left us alone, taking my camera deep in the Paris catacombs. So we're a bit like not sure what to do at the moment.
Look, let me show you guys. Like this is we don't really know the way back. Like we're not sure of the way back.
We don't know the way back.
So we're like stuck underground, and we found this ladder, which is very, very tall, but it's completely locked. Completely locked. So we literally don't know the way out, and we're stuck deep under Paris. We've got a bus back to London at 9 AM.
Okay, I mean, so like, this is pretty crazy. I've never really been in a situation like this. So now this vlog has taken a turn from Paris catacombs to stuck in Paris catacombs.
From a fun urbex vlog to literally like, we could fucking die.
We won't die, but it's like, it's just like, it's crazy because like, he was did you shake your head? Yeah, it's crazy because like, he was such a nice guy as well. We thought it was so cool.
We invited him to London.
We invited him to London, everything, and now like, he's done this, and it's just like, you don't do that, man. That's crazy, like, who does that?
Start trying to get out while we still got battery in our torch.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, guys. So, yeah, from now, I'm going to be vlogging, trying to get out of the Paris catacombs, and, yeah, let's do this.
Trapped in a maze of tunnels, without any footage of their arrival and no idea how to find their way out, panic slowly crept in as they realized what had just occurred.
This is so ridiculous, like actually so ridiculous. We've been Robbed and left.
Oh, I've got an idea.
What?
Okay, there's loads of these. So I think we should take these with us and just make a trail. Put them in
Let's
like...
just stock up on them.
There's so many.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna make a trail out of these to try to find our way out.
This is mad.
This is a f***ing joke.
It was such a good trip as well.
Like
it was
so much footage, we'd done so much stuff. It was so sick.
As the minutes stretched into hours, Galagi and Dibbs were forced to navigate the catacombs on their own. They attempted to retrace their steps, but the winding, endless tunnels were disorienting and unfamiliar. The weight of their situation began to sink in. They were lost deep underground with no food, water, or guide. Eventually, they decided to wait, hoping that another group of explorers would stumble upon them and offer a way out.
It's 2:09 a.m. right now. I've got 12% battery and no service. I'm gonna try and go to the top of this ladder. Hopefully we can get service. But yeah, if not, we're just gonna have to try and make our way out. The thing is as well, you might be thinking this is fake, but I promise, I swear on my life, this is not fake. This is actually happening.
Abandoned. I got work Friday, reckon I'll make it.
Mate.
Music. Yo! Yo! Gallagher! Come. Yo, man!
Just when they were starting to lose hope, a distant sound reached their ears, music faintly reverberating through the tunnels. Dibbs shouted out, hoping the person playing the music might be able to help them.
Here, with a person.
Yes. Cataphile.
With a cataphile.
I see nobody.
Nobody.
He took my camera and left.
Here. Here.
This is us?
Yes, here. Exit.
He asked us if we wanted to see.
Merci.
Thank you.
A man emerged, a local from Paris who was well acquainted with the catacombs. Relieved, they followed him through twisting corridors, squeezing through tight passages, and even slogging through ankle-deep water.
Do not drop it, please.
I went.
What a night.
What a night.
Night.
I can't believe it, man. It was such a good trip as well. It was going so well. And pretty much all of my footage is gone as well. I've got like one day.
Each step felt like it took forever, but they kept pushing forward. And then, at last, a glimpse of daylight. They had made it out.
Alright guys, we're out of the catacombs. I think now me and Dibbs were just like a bit baffled really as to what has just happened. I mean, like he took us down there. He seemed like such a nice guy. We were nice to him. There was nothing bad, like it was just a normal situation. We got deep into the catacombs. We sat down. We told him that we had no map, no food, no water. He knew that, and still he goes on and robs me and leaves us deep in the catacombs. Like, I don't get what kind of person does that to someone. It's just, I really just don't know what to say really. Like, I don't know. What makes it worse is that now I literally don't have a camera, so I genuinely don't think I'm going to be able to afford another one. Not for a long time, especially if I can't make YouTube videos. I'm sorry I could not make a proper vlog for you guys. It was such a good trip. I had so much more footage that I had for you. It was so good, but what can you do? These things happen sometimes. All right, we're going to change our shoes, and then we're going to go back to our hotel, and yeah.
Tired and shaken, they emerged from the catacombs, filled with a blend of relief and anger. How could someone do that? Leave them stranded in the dark with no warning, no resources. It felt like a betrayal that would stay with them, but they were still thankful to have found someone willing to guide them back to safety. Abandoned Explorer, a well-known YouTuber from the UK, has been documenting his adventures exploring creepy, abandoned locations since 2015. On March 7, 2017, he shared a video of his exploration of the infamous Jamia Islamia school. This abandoned school had sparked significant controversy due to accusations that it was involved in training and recruiting terrorists. Originally meant for Islamic education, the school had been heavily scrutinized, leading to its eventual closure. The video began innocently enough, with the group casually exploring and chatting. However, things took a dark turn when the host mentioned that squatters were chasing them out. Sadly, this moment wasn't captured on video. In the ensuing panic, the group became split. While the host and his brother ended up deeper inside, the rest of their friends managed to flee the scene.
What was that noise?
The host and his brother managed to find a hiding spot, staying there until the situation felt less tense. As they waited, they could hear the squatters talking not far from them.
Right. So the other two people that was with us are just being chased off.
After waiting for a while, the group decided to exit the building, recognizing it was the safest option considering the situation.
We need to get out of here. Fast. There's someone there.
As they rushed to leave the building, the host spotted a person standing just behind the door, blocking their exit. Realizing this was too dangerous, the group quickly opted to find another way out. After a tense few moments navigating through the building, they finally discovered an alternative exit and managed to escape unharmed. It was a cold winter evening on October 29, 2017, but that didn't deter Tobias from heading out for his next adventure. This time, he was accompanied by his good friend Connor, a reliable companion who had been with him on many explorations. Though they'd encountered strange and frightening sights before, they weren't prepared for what lay ahead in this decaying house. As soon as they stepped inside, an eerie sense of unease overwhelmed them, like something was watching them. The air felt unnaturally heavy, heightening their growing discomfort. As they sifted through the overturned belongings, hoping to find something intriguing for the camera, their exploration took a darker turn. About 10 minutes into their exploration, the sound of footsteps echoed from the floor above. Paralyzed with fear, they immediately turned off their lights, hoping to remain unnoticed. The air was thick with tension as they stood motionless, trying to make sense of what was happening. Who could be up there? The unease intensified when the footsteps began to move down the stairs. A flashlight beam cut through the darkness as the figure drew nearer. What made it even more unsettling was that the person didn't seem to care about being spotted. They walked right past Tobias and Connor without a second glance, fully aware of their presence but choosing to ignore them completely. The boys held their breath, hearts pounding, as they quietly made their way toward the exit. Every creak and rustle around them heightened their anxiety, unsure if danger was close by. To their relief, they didn't encounter anyone else, suggesting the mysterious figure had already left. Even so, Tobias and Connor decided it was best to leave, choosing safety over confrontation. But the mystery remained. Who was the figure? A squatter? A homeless person? These questions might never have answers, but one thing was certain: Tobias and Connor would never forget this experience. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.